Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to look at something for a few different reasons today, right? I want to talk about a stigma around it. I want to talk about people's reaction to things like this. And I also want to gauge your opinions, although it's not going to change mine. So I want to talk about a situation that happened with this content creator. Her name is, I want to say it's B. This is her over on TikTok. Now this came up on my profile because, well, let's just watch the first video. Okay, so on the screen there, it said, point of view, you just got your lips dissolved. Now, B had lip filler, right? So, let's just get into this quickly. Filler and Botox are not the same thing. If you're describing Botox, you're talking about the thing that, like, does the muscles so you can't move your face. If you're talking about filler, you're talking about something that fills something up, your cheeks, your lips, right? It always annoys me when people are like, you've got Botox in your lips. It's like, no, it's filler in your lips. So some people get filler in their lips dissolved for different reasons. Perhaps they don't like the shape anymore. Perhaps the filler has migrated, meaning it has moved slightly. Maybe they went to somebody who wasn't licensed properly and they need to get it dissolved for safety reasons. Here's the deal. When people, let's just talk about the stigma around filler and Botox. A lot of people are like, ew, it's your fault for getting it done, all this kind of stuff. Filler and Botox are legal, approved, should be done by a professional procedures, beauty procedures. Just like getting your legs waxed, getting your teeth cleaned. It's legal, whether you like it or not. There are safe ways to do it that aren't like toxic for your body. You know, this kind of thing. So whether or not your opinion is nobody needs it or you love it, it isn't up to you whether other people get it or not, right? And also being so concerned with other people's option to get it and whether they do or not also is none of your business, and it's kind of weird to me. Like, you shouldn't judge somebody for having Botox or filler. I have Botox in my forehead. I can still move my eyebrows, but I have Botox. I also have filler in my nose because I have a dip here. That spot, oh, I'm so sorry. I used to have filler in my cheeks, but that was years ago and it's no longer in existence there. So I have both. I have Botox and filler, but I go to a trained professional who knows how to do it safely. The risk being with this, and the reason why it's so important you go to someone who knows how to do it properly, is because there are veins in your face, there are arteries in your face. You could go blind from having your nose filled if somebody does it incorrectly. We've all seen people actually die from having procedures like this because they went to see somebody who just thought they could inject a needle into someone and put something in. It is a profession that, yes, you may see as vanity or an unnecessary form of vanity, but people like it. People have been doing stuff like this for years and years and years and years, you know? And actually, the less stigma we have towards it, the more professional it becomes, the more rules that come in terms of how it's managed, who can do it. It becomes safer. The less people are like, about it, you know what I mean? So fact of life is, people get it. It's a legal procedure. It's fine. It's not permanent. Having this reaction to somebody's bodily choice is insane. Right? It's like somebody getting a tattoo and be like, well, you asked for a tattoo because the artist messed up the spelling, or the artist did something really wrong, or perhaps they actually like dug too far with a needle. I don't know if that's possible. And be like, well, you chose to get a tattoo. It's an unnecessary procedure, but somebody wants it done and that's absolutely fine. So obviously B here has gone and got the lip filler dissolved. And this could be in place for more lip filler. It could be just because she wasn't feeling it anymore. Your lips do swell up when you have filler dissolved. This, however, is not good. It's not a good sign.
Dissolve a complication, then I don't know what is. Used to it. Lips are literally shake. It's insane. And I can't stop pouting. Like that. I may as well take advantage of the fact that my lips are swollen. And this is obviously results of stupidity. Yeah, here I am, facing my consequences.
Obviously this isn't happening to me, but again, getting your lip filler, getting it dissolved isn't stupidity, it's a choice. And anyone can have a reaction to anything all the time, you know what I mean? Thousands or perhaps even millions of people are getting filler every day. They're getting surgeries every day. They're getting tattoos every day. They're getting their filler dissolved every single day. This is a rare occurrence. It's not unheard of, but it's not very likely that it's going to happen to you. So it's not stupid. You chose to do something that, again, is absolutely fine to do, absolutely legal to do. Ideally, you don't have these kind of results, right? Reactions happen. We're all people. It gets worse.
Do not ever get your filler or anything like that. I'm so against it because this is the result of me having to dissolve my lips after getting a filler, and I'm actually really scared. Like, I've got to face the repercussions, but hopefully in the next 2 days my lips will go down. But this is insane. They're huge. I'm actually shaking a bit. It's really scary.
Still go ahead and get your lip filler. Still go ahead and get whatever. Again, this is a really rare reaction. This is scary. This is terrifying, right? You expect to have maybe a little bit of swelling, a little bit of something like that. Again, it's not a price you have to pay because you chose to get filler. I disagree. I feel sorry for her. I'm not the one going through. I wasn't the one going through it. But of course, that must be terrifying. Your lips are completely swollen. At some point, you're going to be like, am I going to stay? Is my face going to stay like this forever? Is this me now? How long is this going to take? You have to go out about your daily business and you can't with lips like this. Anyway, things got a lot worse and this happened. So on screen we see B sitting in a ambulance and it says, here's your sign to not inject anything in your lips. I would agree, don't inject anything in your own lips, but if you see a professional, you can. Now this sparked absolute outrage in her comments because let me read this to you, okay? And I actually went in the comments and I actually kind of purposely sarcastically rubbed people the wrong way, right? So this person commented, if you can afford a lip filler, you could afford a taxi to hospital, you absolute joke. Which I replied, she's in England, it's free. Now I know it's not free. So for those of you who don't know, we have an NHS in the UK. It comes from our taxes, right? So we pay tax every time we get a wage, like you do whenever, and some of that goes towards the NHS. So you're paying towards it monthly. It doesn't mean you can abuse it. It doesn't mean you can do whatever you want with it. But when you need it, it's there for you, right? So someone replied to me and put, oh yes, it's free. Let's waste their time for her own mistake. She should be charged for this misuse. And then somebody also replied, yeah, it's not limited. Someone said, yes, but not unlimited units. She might have taken space of someone who needed it the most. And someone said it's not free. Taxpayers pay funds, basically. And I was like, oh yeah, no, you're right. And she's a taxpayer, so she's technically prepaid, which she has. And what actually happened is B called 111, which is our non-emergency line in the UK. So 999 is our 911, and 111 is like, you know what? I think I need help, but it's not a complete emergency. Okay. Now here's what I want to talk. Here's what I want to talk about in terms of what is happening here and the comments. B, it's said in the comments, felt dizzy. Her lips are swollen to a point where, you know, they are that big on her face, but she's feeling dizzy, okay? So if you are having an issue with your lips, they're swollen, you've had something injected into your body, that is a legal substance, it's not like it's an illegal drug, that you should be able to use and have done with no consequences, and you're told there could be possible consequences, but like everything, you know what I mean? So you haven't done anything illegal. You've paid your taxes and you phone 111. The operator then decides, who is trained on, you know, decisions like this, then decides that they are going to send an ambulance to you because it sounds to them, the operator, like a medical emergency, because it is, right? Now, everyone in this comment section are missing the fact that she's feeling dizzy, she's not well, she's clearly had a reaction which can be deadly. And I think it's because they see it as vanity, right? She did a vanity thing, so that means she should be punished for it. God forbid somebody wants to do whatever they like with their face, just like some people want to age gracefully, whatever gracefully means to you. God forbid she wants to have a little bit of filler. God forbid she wants to have a little bit of Botox, which again is a legal substance. It's not like she has taken heroin and is now calling the thing like, I took so much heroin, come and help me. She had a service done by a professional and it has gone wrong and it is affecting her health. But because it is linked to vanity and cosmetics, people are saying that she should drive herself or take a taxi when she needs medical help. Someone said here, why are you in an ambulance? Allergic reaction to filler is not medical emergency. If you're paying attention, it's not filler. you can, and as rightly so, someone says underneath, you can die from an allergic reaction, no matter the cause. 100%. You can literally die. This is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter what she had happen. It doesn't matter what she had. She could die right now. And people are saying like, okay, well, she shouldn't have got filler. Why not? It's illegal just because she wants a little bit of filler. Why is there so much poor, bad stigma with a, again, I'm going to keep saying it, legal procedure that anyone can have? It isn't up to you. That person shouldn't have to care about your opinion, whether you're down for filler or not. Why should she have to die or almost die? You know what I mean? Because she chose to have filler. She says she regrets it. Is that what you want? For her to regret it and sit in the back of an ambulance and be like, oh, she had filler. She deserves it. Imagine if a man almost died from a hair transplant. No one would be like, oh, well, he shouldn't have got the hair transplant. He should have done it. They'll be like, oh, that's kind of sad. Some people might take the piss. And this is another situation, right? Where people are like, because it's filler, it can't be a medical emergency. It's another like ignorant, uneducated comment. Aesthetic practitioners, is that the name? From the people that put the filler and the Botox in the face, they don't just shove an injection in your face and put it in. Like I said, there are veins, there are arteries, but if it goes wrong, if they accidentally inject something into that vein, into that artery, you could lose feeling in your mouth. The blood could stop pumping in your face. You could go blind. These people know where all those arteries are. They know where all those veins are. It is a medical procedure. It's not just going in to get your hair cut. Not that that's not a good skill, you know what I mean? It's something that it needs to be a medical procedure and professionals have to do it because it can be deadly. And this person makes a good point. Dissolver can look like this and everyone is over exaggerating. One antihistamine could do the job. She has a reaction, but not a life-threatening allergic reaction. How do you know that, first of all? But also, again, something could have been injected into something, into some area of her face. Someone says if she was allergic to it, she would have had an immediate reaction and needed a doctor intervention. Perhaps, but maybe it's not an allergic reaction. Maybe something has gone horribly wrong, right? So if you're saying it's not an allergic reaction, then what is it? Surely we should be concerned now then. And this person says, how is anyone meant to know if it's life-threatening unless you call the emergency line? If she didn't record this and never called an emergency because it's just Dissolver, she could be dead right now. It's better to be safe than sorry, 100%. And I found this even more interesting. Someone said, so many 999 call handlers in the comments. If somebody thought she didn't need an ambulance, they wouldn't send one. Allergic reactions can be life-threatening. I hope you get better soon. And someone says, yeah, American 911 here. That's definitely an ambulance ride. An allergic reaction to anything can go bad quick. This one says, no one actually forced you to get it, you know. You did this. She did not get her lips done expecting a reaction like this. Nobody is like, yeah, I'm going to do this and want that reaction. Again, stop wishing the worst for her or saying that she should have negative consequences of her action because she decided to do something that she thought was beneficial to her look. This is what I'm getting at. Just because you consider it unnecessary vanity, it doesn't mean somebody should have severe consequences, right? That's really childish. It's really a really pathetic way of thinking. That's like me saying, because I don't like football, if a guy goes to football and a fight breaks out and he gets really badly injured, I'm like, yeah, well, he deserved it because he went to football. No, he should be able to go there and enjoy his time and experience and not get hurt. It's just because you don't agree with something, because you don't like something, because you don't understand it, doesn't mean somebody deserves negative consequences. And this comment really annoys me. As a woman, I've never once been tempted to any procedure. I'm happy to grow old gracefully like my grandmother did. Okay, so fucking good for you. What does graceful mean to you? Because, no offense, I love grey hair, but grey hair might not be graceful to people. Wrinkles might not be graceful to some people. What is graceful to you? Filler might not be graceful to some people. Do you see what I mean? We all have different things of what graceful is. Choosing to age how you age is fine. If you want to dye your hair as any gender is absolutely fine. If you feel you have to, that's another thing. Just because you choose to grow old gracefully the way you do, the way you want to, the way your grandmother did, doesn't mean other people like that. Let people do what the fuck they want. Just because you are like, grow old gracefully. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Some people enjoy coloring their hair. They enjoy getting procedures done. I love the feeling of having Botox done. I love the feeling of having the filler in my nose done. It's all tight. I love it. And some of you might be thinking, why? Why? Because I do. And that's just different people living in this world, on this earth. People are different. So while you're going around saying, girl, gracefully, I hope you die because you chose to get lip filler, mad, crazy. If you feel you need to belittle people or look down on them because they decided to get a procedure, because they decided to get something like filler or Botox done, why are you so bothered? We need to get out of this whole headspace where very much beauty is still used as a negative tool towards younger women, 100%. But we also need to realize that the beauty space has changed so much. For a lot of people, it's self-care, it's self-love, it's a hobby. It just makes them feel good. Not because they look better or because they feel like they're drastically changed, but because they feel like they've done something to make themselves feel better. I don't feel good when my nails aren't done and clean, because I like having clean done nails. Not because I want anyone to see them. You see me one day off a week in my house. I film all my videos one day off a week. And then a lot of the time I don't see anyone else for the rest of the week. But even if I know I'm going to be at home for a month by myself, if my nails aren't done, I don't feel like myself. If my eyebrows aren't tidy, I don't feel like myself. And it's not because I'm worried about anyone judging me. I've been on camera in worse positions. It's because I do it for me. Like a lot of people do. Yes, we still live in that world where beauty expectations are crazy and what we see on TV is crazy and all this kind of stuff. But there is also another half of it where people just do it because they want to. It's not because they feel bad about themselves. It's not because if somebody was like, do you want a nose job? I'll be like, yeah, sure, let's do it. I get filler in it. I might as well, I'll like to see what it's like. Do you want a chin liposuction? Yeah, sure, let's do it. But if someone said to me in my whole life, you could never have a nose job, I'll be like, okay. Do you know what I mean? Not every beauty-related procedure is about hating yourself or... Now, I know there are a lot more people out there who are a lot more articulate with their words, who can maybe sum up what I'm trying to say. This eyelash is coming off and it's really pissing me off. In a more elegant way. Let's not judge what people choose to do with their own faces when they are doing something that is legal, it is under control medically, or it should be. I'm gonna take this eyelash off, it's really pissing me off. Let's not do that. Let's not be judgy and be like, girl, gracefully. Oh, you got filler, you deserve it. No, no one deserves something to go horribly wrong like that to them. You know what I mean? Let's just think about it. If you have an issue with if you have a problem with other people doing what they want to their faces, you have to get the fuck over it. You have to, there are worse things in life to concentrate on, and two things can be true at once, absolutely. Let me know your opinions below. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up. I'm about to go and put on more makeup gracefully. Bye.